Yeah.
Right, okay, can you please make sure everybody's microphones are switched off? Right, can we have Talha please join us on question A? Off we go. So we're working on the area of triangles. So we're looking at question A. How would we work out the area of this triangle, right angle triangle in particular? So how do we work it out? What's the formula for area of triangle? Area equals what? The base of the triangle times by the
Height.
and then what do we do next? Okay, everybody copy that down, please, into your books. Okay, you put into a box, highlight it. This is the key formula for today's session. Okay, area equals base times by height divided by 2. So, Mr. Talha, the 8, shall I call that the base or the height?
Base.
Well done. Base is like normally the bottom, and then this is the
Height.
but it's not always that way. Sometimes they change the triangles around, and the base isn't always at the bottom. So don't it won't always be there. So let's put some values into question A now. So it says base times by height divided by 2. So let's go. So the base is
8.
and the height is
10. So 8 times 10 equals 80.
so what's 80 divided by 2?
40. So answer is 40.
40 centimeters squared. Done. Finished. Okay, for question B, thank you for that, Talha. For question B, I need Sarah to join me for question B, please.
Sir,
Yes,
why is it divided by 2?
that's what, how you work out the area of a triangle. You have to divide it by 2 because the triangle takes half the space of a rectangle that it contains. So for example, if you turn this into a rectangle here, the base times by the height will give you the area of the whole lot. But what you have to understand is if triangle is only in half of the space, okay? So that's the reason why we divide it by 2. So the triangle will take half of the space of the rectangle that contains it. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay. So we have copy, paste. Whoa. Question B. I think Sarah should be joining. Iman, switch your microphone off, please. Okay, so Sarah, off you go.
You do 1 over 2.
So what's the base?
4 meters.
And what's the height?
1 over 2 meters.
Okay, so the base is going to be 4. The height's going to be 1.5. And then we've divided by 2. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's 4 times by 1.5?
4 times by 1.5 is 4.5.
No. 4 times by 1 is 4. And 4 times by a half is
2.
and together they make
6.
fantastic. That's better. That's how you work out if you want to multiply it like that. You multiply by the whole number, then multiply by the fraction and combine them. So we have now area is equal to 6 on the top and 2 on the bottom. So what's the final area?
The final area is 3.
Fantastic. Ibrahim, are you happy with that answer?
Yes.
Okay, is it making sense?
Yes.
Okay, right. Let's do 1 or 2 more examples before I let you guys loose. I got a nice, exciting one for you next. Copy that one.
No.
Not no, yes.
Yes.
Okay, right. Give me 1 second. I just need they're making a lot of noise in the room. Give me a second. Okay, Mr. Ibrahim, how do you work out the area of this triangle?
You do 3 millimeters times by 5.6 millimeters.
Okay, first of all, we must draw the diagram, which we've already given you. What's the first thing you write down before you've launched yourself straight into the calculation? What do we write down first?
8.
What do we write down first?
The base and the height.
Not the base and the height. We write down the formula first. We write down the formula. So copy. What is the formula?
Base times by height.
Yes. When you're doing a question, young man, you don't launch yourself in the question like you're diving into the swimming pool. You do the question by starting with the formula first, because that will tell you then what to do in the question. It'll help you. So the area equals, what's the base in this question? What's the base?
The base is 5.6 millimeters.
Now, can you see the height is the perpendicular height? It's the straight height. Can you see that?
Yes.
So this bit here is not the height. That's not the height. The height is straight up at 90 degrees. That's an important point to notice there. Whenever you do the height, this height is the perpendicular height.
Let's go up for a minute.
Yes. So your base is
Let's go.
5.6. What was that, Umama?
Sir?
Can you scroll up for a minute?
Can I scroll up?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, yes, Mr. Talha.
So when does this lesson end?
This lesson ends in about approximately 10 to 12 minutes. Why?
I wanted it to be 1 minute.
Well, we just started the topic. Okay, what's 5.6 times by 3, Mr. Ibrahim? Ibrahim, what's 5.6 times by 3?
16.2.
Is it the answer will be?
16.2.
Okay, 6 times by 3 is 18. You give me the answer without giving me the working out. 15 add 1 is 16. 16.8. What's 16.8 divided by 2? How do we do the question, Mr. Ibrahim?
We do 2 divided by 16, which is 8.
Okay, you say how many 2's go into 1 is 0, remainder 1. How many 2's into 16 is 8. And next, the last bit.
You do 2 divided by 8, which is 4.
Okay, you're not doing 2 divided by 8. You're actually doing 8 divided by 2. You're saying it back to front. It's how many 2's go into 8 or 8 divided by 2. You read it the other way around. So the answer is
4.
and it's millimeters squared because the question starts in millimeters. Fantastic. Right, let me give you a couple of questions for you guys to try because the lesson is literally coming to a finish quite quickly. I'm going to change the numbers a bit for you guys. Remember, this one here is the base, for example. That will have to be the height, even though it doesn't look like the height because they have to be separated by a right angle. The base on this just turns it around. So I'm going to change the question a teeny bit before you do them. 16.
Sir,
Yes.
why do we have to see the base and the height?
Why do we have to do what?
Why do we have to see the base and the height?
Okay, so the base and the height is what the formula works on, isn't it? The formula needs the base and the height to work at the area. So if you don't identify the base and the height, you won't be able to do the question.
Okay.
Okay. So let me change the questions a little bit for you. Okay, so we're going to change that into 11. So we got some questions for you guys. Try copy these diagrams out, label the diagrams, label your base and height, and work out.
Number 5, 11 times 9.
Yeah, that's the actual calculation. Yes, you have to do that, and you have to do a little bit more as well. I've changed the numbers a bit. So you got those 4 questions. Okay, which question are you not sure about, Sarah? Yeah, go on. Umama, go on.
For question 5, does that say 18 or 11?
That says 11. Sorry, it's a little bit. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, so what do we start with first? What do we say?
The formula area equals the base times by the height divided by 2.
So I'm going to call this one my base and this one my height. Because the triangle's been turned around and the base and height always have a right angle in the corner between them. Okay, or it's got to be the vertical height. So what's the base now? Give me the values, please. The base is?
Base is 11 times the height, which is 9.
So 11 times by 9 is?
99.
And what's 99 divided by 2? So 2 goes into 9 how many times?
4.
Remainder 1. How many 2s in 19?
9.
Remainder
Remainder 1.
1. So the answer is?
49.5.
So don't feel scared to do the calculation and get a decimal answer. Don't get worried. It's not wrong at all. There you go. There's the answer for number 5. Okay, Mr. Yahya, what's the answer for number 1? Go through with me now, please. Yahya, area equals?
Base times by height.
Divided by 2. Okay, lovely. So what's the base?
The base is 10.
And what's the height?
16.
What's 10 times by 16?
160.
And what's 160 divided by 2?
80.
Finished. Okay, so we got 2 answers given to you now. 80, 49.5. Okay.
Number 6, 8 times 12. Or
Yes,
6 times
that's an 8 here. That's an 8 here. 8 times by 12, yeah. So this one could be your base. And this one, the 8 can be your height. So if you do calculation, now make sure you're doing the calculation in the book. You should be doing in your exercise book, the one that you practice writing with the margins and stuff. Do not write in the actual book itself. I'm writing in there because I'm teaching it. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
I'm not really sure what that says. Some things on question number 6.
That's an 8. Sorry, but it's
Send you my answers.
okay. You can send the answers through. Okay, Mr. Ibrahim, join me on question number 2 is yours. Go.
Do you have to do the
Question number 2, please.
you have to do the height multiply the base?
Okay, so this one is the base and this one is the height. So go on. You're saying the base times by the height and then?
You have to time them both, which is 45.
Okay, no, you haven't finished the formula. You're giving me part of the formula. So area of a rect triangle is based down by height, and then what else do you have to do? What else do you have to do?
By 2.
You have to divide it by 2. Come on, so you can't miss out half the formula and expect to get the answer right. So what's the base? 9 times by
5, which is 45.
And then
Then you have to do 45 divided by 2, which is 22.5.
finished. Well done. Okay, question number 6. Let's have another person. Okay, everybody you got some. Right, let's get your hands down first of all. Right, put your hands up if you want to do number 6, the last one, before we finish for today. Okay, Aisha's hands has flown up. Okay, question number 6, Aisha, is yours. Go on, Aisha.
Formula would be base times by height divided by 2.
You must write the formula for each question, everybody. You must. Right, go on then. What's the base? The base we said was 12.
This is 12, and the height is 8.
Okay, and then, so what's 12 times by 8?
12 times 8 is 96, and then you have to divide 96 by 2,
Which is
and your answer would be 48.
48 what? Bananas?
48 centimeters squared.
It's definitely not bananas. If there was 48 bananas, I would take them and eat them with my porridge. Okay, lovely. So there we go, folks. There's the answers to the question I've just given you. And for each one, we have a green highlighted area formula. So that's how you're supposed to do your work for homework. I want to see a diagram. I want to see the formula, the calculation in the formula. So if I was to start ticking them off, let's show you. Yes. So I want to see the diagram, formula, the values, calculation, and unit for each question. That's how I want you to do the work. Okay. Yes. Give me a second. I'm just going to stop the video.